2025 NBA playoffs. LeBron James and Stephen Curry are still here, chasing title no. 5. They're still here. You look up, you look around and see so many new faces ready to take their place among the NBA's elite. It should have long happened by now, but they're still here. Fortified by acquisitions of various degrees, the Lords of the Rings find themselves back in the hunt for title no. 5, leaving us wondering how deep LeBron James and Stephen Curry can pull from their respective reservoirs to make it to June, one more time. It was fair to deduce we had seen the last of these great titans. 4 months ago, we thought the Los Angeles Lakers were hoping to pry Walker Kessler from Utah to bolster their front line. A nice move, not a world changer. 4 months ago, we thought the Golden State Warriors were sitting by and watching the NBA world go past them and turning Curry's golden years into a spectacle of mediocrity. But then the Dallas Mavericks came to the Lakers with a care package titled Generational Superstar, and the Miami Heat had a disgruntled superstar whose time was up and whom few teams were willing to seriously bid on. That's how we got here. Luka Dončić and Jimmy Butler seamlessly joining the incumbent stars on their turf. And now they're looking to take corners, the old-fashioned wire way. The Lakers were already putting it together, but they weren't thought to be a true finals threat, and now they seem to have more than a puncher's chance. There's a reason eyes rolled at the Mavericks for not engaging the rest of the league when Dallas decided to get out of the Dončić business. Because even though James isn't the 48-minute house of fire he once was, it's an unnecessary worry, putting him with Dončić and preparing for all the possibilities of what could come when the weather gets warmer. The Warriors were in play-in territory before Butler, and thanks to a final week slip-up, found themselves there even after he arrived. But they were 23-8 since acquiring him for the low. That's no shade to Andrew Wiggins and Kyle Anderson. It's just that playoff superstars shouldn't be paired with generational supernovas so damn easily. That's why all eyes will be on both champions in the coming weeks. The Oklahoma City Thunder have dominated the West all season long, same with the Cleveland Cavaliers in the East, but the challengers and stars who lead them are feeling reasonably confident about their chances. This isn't about a passing of the torch, not exactly. There have been plenty of players and teams holding the belt over the last 7 years not named James or Curry. It's not what this coming postseason will be about, either. The Boston Celtics are the champions, and probably the most likely team to repeat since the Curry-Kevin Durant Warriors. The Celtics have been at this stage, in this era, quite a while. They're respected, carrying a lineage fitting of Russell and Bird and contenders since. Any team that beats them, if a team should be so fortunate, would come with applause and a firm handshake. But there's something different about the old guys, because we know how much of a hold they have on basketball culture, on the NBA at large. They've endured, and perhaps that's what makes them endearing. In a space that's ever-changing, these two are box office, rating certainties, topics of every important conversation in the sport, sometimes to the detriment of the new stars. And that's where, despite the admiration and perhaps appreciation for where they've taken the game, there's an equal bull's eye on those jerseys. Because knocking them off, getting that pound of flesh, still means so much in today's game. The currency the Houston Rockets would get, the measure of revenge coach Ime Udoka would exact dating back to the 2022 NBA Finals, when Curry put the finishing touches on his career masterpiece in capturing the Finals MVP, would be immeasurable. The skin's on the wall for Anthony Edwards. He's already got his idol, Kevin Durant, courtesy of last year's shocking first-round sweep, will keep increasing. You can bet he's eyeing a spot next to Durant's, for James, and definitely for Dončić. We expect Edwards and Dončić to be front and center for the next decade, battling for supremacy, or at least temporary control in this nomadic NBA. It wasn't premature to look at the current players in their primes as snatching something away. Nikola Jokic is the game's best player, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is its most irresistible two-way force. But as has been proven, staying on top is damn near impossible these days. So many factors out of one's control must go your way in order to consistently compete at the highest level. There must be a commitment from ownership to spend and exhaust every resource. Hence James flexing on the Lakers at every opportunity, either by forcing them to draft his son or making those passive-aggressive statements on team building that have mysteriously stopped.